Hey, what's up, people? I had a real crazy thought that I don't even know why I never thought about it before, but according to YouTube, black women don't want. Well, I shouldn't even say according to YouTube. I've heard people talk about it on radio. Just yesterday, I heard on the Doug and Dee Dee show. They were talking about black women ain't no good for relationships, or they bring us babies and some other stuff. But anyway, it's on YouTube. It's on radios and everything. Basically. It's the thing people are saying that black women don't want good men. All they want is thugs and corner boys until they hit their 30s or their 30s or 40s or whatever the age is. But then they want the good guys. And basically they're basically saying that black women don't want good men until the guys in the street have run through them. And then I stop to think for a minute, like, now let's say you're a parent and you're hearing this, and you have some young kids who aren't old enough to even be into thinking about dating and stuff like that. But let's say you have a young man and you want him to be smart. Let's say you want him to be a scientist, and let's say he's actually said he wants to be a scientist. He wants to be, a Rhodes Scholar. He wants to be a really smart guy. Now, listening to all of this, you would think that, hey, if I tell my son he starts messing around with black women, if he plans on being all that smart and all that studious, the black women probably ain't going to want him. So what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to tell your son that, hey, you need to start talking to white women or just non-black women because they'll like you? Because the black women don't want guys like you. They want the guys who are going to be drug dealers and street hustlers. That's according to what you hear in the media. And let's say you have a daughter. And now, do you really want to raise your daughter? So look, you can't be loving these thugs. If you tell her you can't be loving the thugs, if you tell a girl stay away from thugs, she might run to the thugs. So how do you make sure your daughter's not the girl who gets ran through, and then she's up in her 30s looking for somebody to marry after the guys in the streets have run through her? It just made me realize that a lot of the stuff that's going on YouTube and a lot of media, if you're a young kid watching this, or even if you're a young parent watching this, the stuff that they might actually start to be thinking about. They might be thinking like, well, hold on, if this is how it really is, then, maybe I should just do this, or maybe I should just do that. I mean, I'm pretty sure the guys who are on here always talking really bad about black women, I guess if they have kids, who knows, they might be actually telling their sons, like, yo, leave these black women alone, these black women won't want a man like you because you're going to be too smart. So deal with these other women, I don't know. I mean, I hope that's not the case, but you never know. That might actually be the case, but I don't know, just had me started thinking about that because I already know that I've seen, there was a teenage girl last year, she's writing something about how she doesn't like thugs and so, and I think she made a comment, and I, sent her a message, made a comment in her video, like, hey, well, just because the guy's not a thug doesn't mean he won't try to, play you out too, so it told her to be careful of that, but, she sounded like she was pretty, she had her head together, but, there are teenagers and young adults who watch this, and, and, they don't have their minds together, so, they might actually take this stuff and really, really, believe everything they hear. They don't, there's like a lot of gray areas in between what people are saying. A lot of this stuff is, in fact, a lot of this stuff is just opinion that people are talking about. I was just thinking about that because, I don't know, it just popped in my head. Like I said, they were talking about this on the, Doug and Dee Dee show from Chicago yesterday. For some reason, that thought just popped into my head. Like, how are young black men gonna look at black women and how they're going to do their dating thing if they actually believe that, hey, black women, the average black woman only wants a thug or a street dude, and he knows he's not going to be a thug, a street dude, or anything like that. If he's listening to that, he's going to say, well, hey, if I plan on never getting married, I can't mess with a black woman because, no man is going to be waiting around for some woman to turn 35 or 40 before she decides to start going, looking at good black men. And I don't know, it's just that, like it really made me think, wonder, really. I shouldn't say, I'm thinking about it, but, I'm not in that situation, so I can't really, I don't know how their mind might work in this instant like this. I mean, if I'm a young person on YouTube and I'm seeing all of this stuff, and these people on here are older than me saying, because, what would I think when I say, these guys are right, I better leave these black women alone and go after other women? or with the young girls, look at this and say, you know what? These thugs are going to be using me up when I'm in my 20s, and then when I'm in my 30s, I'm going to be begging somebody to marry me who doesn't want me because, I don't know, it just had me thinking. But of course, they actually even see the people. It's like, ooh, there are also people on here who say, yo, you better go white, leave these black men alone. You better go for a white man. There are guys on here who say, leave these black women alone, go for a white woman. Because, that kids, I'm figuring if I'm a young kid looking at this, I'm just getting hit with all this stuff. But basically, all of this stuff is negative. It's negative towards the black woman. And it's kind of negative towards the black man, but the black man doesn't get it as bad as the black woman from what I've seen. I mean, we still have the, what could I say, I guess the Mandingo advantage. Well, we're still looked at as sexual beings, we're the walking phallic symbols. So, we still have that in our corner. So I guess I could say the black women really catch it the worst as far as image goes, because we still have the masculine, super swaggerlicious dude, that's, the black man is like, the most masculine, even though we don't have the economic power, we're kind of like the king of the jungle type black man. So we have that on our side, and the black women don't have that. I don't know, the thought just ran through my mind. I really don't, I guess that's just me wondering out loud, how young people would take what they see going on here, how they would take it, process it, and what they would decide to do. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. I'm not really making any definitive statement or anything. I'm just wondering out loud, I guess. But anyway, thanks for listening. Peace.